Welcome back to Jen's Whole Health. My name is Jennifer Peters, and I'm a functional nutritional therapy practitioner. Today, I wanted to share a little bit of my story about how I came to be where I am and why I'm here talking about all things nutrition. For my early 20s and into my late 40s, I really struggled with maintaining my weight. I tried every single diet that I ever came across, the Loma Linda diet, the cabbage soup diet, tried low carb, calorie counting. I was a Weight Watchers lifetime member, having lost and gained the same 20 pounds over and over and over again. Whatever diet you came across, I've probably tried it. No matter what I tried, the weight would not stay where I wanted it to be. And the older I got, the more I started to really worry about other things like my health and how I was aging. I come from a family with an overwhelming amount of heart disease. My dad passed away in 2020 from heart disease. We have cancer, diabetes, and other health issues. And I was extremely concerned about developing these issues myself. At some point over the years, I had a friend introduce me to a book called The China Study. And it is about a lot of studies on the vegan or vegetarian diet. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is the answer to my health concerns. I had recently been told by my doctor that my LDL cholesterol was high. And so I embarked on my own study to see if a vegan diet would help to lower my cholesterol. And it did, with reducing my LDL anyway. I reduced my LDL cholesterol by 70 points in just 30 days by following a vegan diet. And I was convinced that this was the answer. Of course, I also lowered my HDL and increased my triglycerides, but I had been taught to only worry about the bad cholesterol, and little did I know that low HDL and high triglycerides are a much better indicator of your heart disease risk. But I didn't know that then, and I continued to follow a vegetarian diet for several years. During that time, I continued to gain more and more weight, and I really did not feel well most of the time. When I got into my mid-40s, I started to experience things like brain fog, daily headaches, extreme fatigue. I was so exhausted every single day, I couldn't make it through the workday. I was looking for places to lay down and take a nap at work. I got sickness after sickness. From January to March of 2018, I had influenza A, influenza B, and strep throat, in addition to cold after cold after cold. I had problems with my menstrual cycle. I had skin issues like eczema. And somehow I was convinced that every single one of these symptoms was just a normal and regular part of my aging. I mean, that's what my doctors were telling me. You're over 40, expect that your body's going to change and these things are going to happen. But in mid-2018, a really good friend of mine talked to me about eating a ketogenic diet. She had been placed on a keto diet by her doctor, and she was doing really well. It took a lot of convincing because I really bought into the dogma of a vegetarian diet, but I finally decided to give it a try. Although at first, I have to admit, I thought that I could do a vegetarian keto diet, and so I still thought that was the right way to go about it, but the foods were really limited, and I wasn't getting full. I didn't feel good. It just wasn't working. So in August of 2018, I decided to go ahead and just give it 30 days, and I would eat quality animal products and give it a try. So this was August of 2018, and within that first month, the weight just started to drop off. I started to notice that I wasn't hungry all the time, and I really felt a lot better. By early 2019, I felt like a whole new person. The headaches and my menstrual cycle issues resolved themselves. I noticed that I was no longer falling asleep at my desk in the afternoons, that I had amazing amounts of energy. I could wake up early, work all day, and then still have energy to come home, cook dinner, be with my family, and I felt alive again. These changes came on gradually, and it wasn't until looking back about mid-2019 that I realized how much better I felt in addition to the weight loss. I knew I'd lost the weight, but I truly no longer felt like a 70-year-old woman. I was vibrant. I looked and felt amazing. And this is when I decided that I wanted to help others. I wanted to teach and show them how to eat in a way that they could heal themselves and improve their lives. So I decided to go back to school and do the Functional Nutritional Therapy Practitioner program that's taught by the NTA. And this was truly a game changer for me. I learned about the foundations of health, which are a nutrient-dense whole foods diet, digestion, blood sugar regulation, fatty acids, minerals, and hydration. And it's all these foundations that you get working right that form a foundation upon which you can start to heal your body and really live your best life. Now, a keto diet with low carb intake really worked for me, especially to lose the weight and to improve my health. But over the past 3 years, I've transitioned into a more paleo diet with whole food carbs. When the weight starts to creep up a little, or I start to experience symptoms of blood sugar dysregulation again, I simply go back to eating fewer carbs and I clean up the foods that I'm eating. I see this as a lifestyle change for me, and it'll be something that I have to adjust and change over time as my body changes and as I continue to age. But I really believe in the power a keto diet has in healing our bodies, and I believe that most people can safely eat this way. I also believe that every person is bio-individual, and so that means there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to diet and macros. There is one thing I am certain of, and that's that we need to move away from the standard American diet of the processed and hyper-palatable foods and get back into our own kitchens with real whole foods. I would love the opportunity to work with and guide you on your own personal journey. So if this resonates with you and you'd like to chat, please go over to my Facebook page and book a discovery call with me, or you can just send me a DM. I have an Instagram account that is jens.whole.health and a business page on Facebook, and I will list those below in the comments. But go ahead and send me a message, follow me on social media, and that's really all I have to share with you today. But I want to leave you with my motto. This is my motto. My mission is to empower those around me, cultivate a tribe, and heal the world. I believe in a food-first approach to nutrition, and my goal is to help my clients to rebalance those nutritional foundations and to achieve optimal wellness through dietary changes. So if you want to hang around and follow me on my journey, then please click the subscribe button and like this post, share it with your friends, and I will see you again soon.